What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Lockdown Career Mode. This is episode number 22, and fresh off our win against Brighton, we are returning today with 5 big games with our Nottingham Forest team, including our first cup game of the season against West Ham, Liverpool away at Anfield, then Watford at home, the Saints away, and we wrap up with Leicester at home as well. We're also going to send our scout back out today and do an academy update too, so loads of stuff to get through. Let's just get straight to it. So first of the 5 games today then, and it is West Ham in the 3rd round of the EFL Cup, and whilst the cup run would be nice this season, our only priority is staying in the Premier League. So fresh off the victory against Brighton, we'll pick a fully rotated side where Marco van den Berg, our scout future star, will get his first start as well. A chance for the fringe players tonight, let's see who steps up. A decent start in the Premier League as well. 3 wins in 6, and yes, I know goals have been a concern, but with Josh King scoring that sensational goal in his debut and Watkins already having 2, it's not been terrible for Nottingham Forest at the City Ground already, as Van den Berg, with his first touch sadly, couldn't keep the ball in play. It's going to be hard to get the young man some game time this season. He's going to need to take these chances. Laurenti making his debut for the club as well, the Brazilian, who's done really well to get around his man there and keep hold of the ball as well. I do like the look of him a lot, as Marco sends him down the left, and he beats his man, Laurenti. Marco van den Berg, oh, what a start! Marco van den Berg, 7 minutes into his debut, and he's made it 1-0. It was a lovely 1-2 between him and the new man in Laurenti, and the German is off the mark. Lovely ball to play it back to him, and the clinical finish into the back of the net. Goal scorer for Nottingham Forest, number 19, Marco van den Berg. You think about Mason Watson, the 16-year-old, on his debut, scoring the winning penalty in a shootout in this very competition last season, and you think about how good he's been for us. Jay Bell on his debut against Fulham on the Premier League opening day, getting the assist for the only goal of the game, and now Marco scoring 7 minutes into his senior debut. Our youth stars, they're not afraid of the moment, man. They live for these moments. Manzini, lovely ball through. As West Ham look for an equaliser, Yates makes the block first time, but Carl can't prevent this second shot from finding the back of the net. First chance, first goal, West Ham back on level terms. Half time, 1-1. Game could go either way here. Do you remember last season? Every single round in the EFL Cup before the loss to Liverpool went to a penalty shootout, and of course we won it each time. So if this game does go to pens, I'd fancy our chances. Jared Bowen will space the cross, whips it in, Dale Fry does enough, Carl Darlow does more, and we shall get the danger away. 20 minutes to go. Are we set for a shootout? As Laurenti, lovely stop and turn, finds van den Berg, and Marco through the gap, and Olaza to Laurenti, and a great chance here to make it 2. It's that combination again. It's Marco van den Berg off the post. Off the post. Those two have had a brilliant partnership all game long. First games for the club, and already they look so in sync. Well, what a cracking affair that was. 1-1 the final score after 90 minutes, and after last season, West Ham will know we're the penalty shootout kings. Can we do it once again? We won 2, possibly 3 straight penalty shootouts last season, and we taken the lead this time. Haller versus Carl Darlow. Oh, it's a shocking penalty. Olaza, making his debut tonight, was very impressive. And Unai Simon saves it. Soucek sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Same corner, different result. Come on, Laurenti, probably our best player tonight, scores. Jared Bowen for West Ham also scores. Different corner, same result. Different corner, same result. Ryan Yates. Oh, he's hit the bar. Sandro Tonali. Off the post. Marco van den Berg, the 16-year-old. Oh, it's not the best of penalties, but he's found the bottom corner. So cool. And that means Carl Darlow on his 2nd debut at Nottingham Forest permanently can send us through if he saves it. Oh, and he just sent me the wrong way with ease. Sudden death. Sambasso, always reliable, isn't going to stop now. Pablo Fornals has it saved. Always believe in Carl Darlow. Yes, what a dream debut for so many players tonight. Darlow, Laurenti, Vandenberg, Nottingham Forest through. We're making a name for ourselves with Nottingham Forest. We're gaining a reputation as penalty shootout kings. We've done it again. And I'm going to split man of the match between 3 players, all making their first appearances for the club tonight. Except for Carl Darlow, who of course has been here before. But either way, the penalty saving king, Laurenti, who was great. And of course the 16-year-old Vandenberg. And we've just got the match rescheduled email, so let's find out who we'll be taking on together in the 4th round of the EFL Cup. It'll be Nottingham Forest against... Dun dun dun! Oh, you are joking. Derby County away at Pride Park, an East Midlands derby in the last 16. It just had to be, didn't it? So 2nd of 5 games today, and we've got a massive test now as we travel away from home to Anfield to take on Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. One of the best teams in the Premier League. Haven't had the best of starts of the season, but we know with the quality that they possess, this is going to be an incredibly tough test today. Liverpool away at Anfield. Almost 20 minutes into the game, nothing to report so far. Liverpool having all the possession, but they can't do anything with it. And I think our best chance today is going to come on the counter, like right now. Oh! And if Van Dijk doesn't get in the way of that, Josh King's through. Oh, Bell's just miskicked the ball, and Wijnaldum's robbed the teenager, and he'll find Firmino, who's giving it to Fabinho. Nice ball, crucial interception by Sam. So that's the only reason he's in our team, for the defence. Well, Josh King has just took a tumble right outside the Liverpool area, and James Ward-Prowse, as we know, is decent from set pieces. Now, I am trash at free kicks this year, but I've got to say, I fancy my chances here. 23 yards from goal. It's JWP. Oh, and what a save by Alisson. The Brazilian scurries across the line and claws it away to put it behind for a corner. Was it going in? I'm not entirely sure, but he weren't to know that. Half time, 0-0, and this will be our first draw of the season, and a very credible one too. We've looked good out there today. Saka to Jay Bell, and he's put his man on the floor there and fed Travis down the left, and Saka keep running, so I'm going to chip it to ya. And there's Ollie Watkins. Oh! Chamberlain to Fabinho, and now the Ox looking to turn Sam Bissau, stood him up well, didn't go to ground and wins it back. Best player on the pitch today. He's covered so much ground, but more importantly stood strong when he's needed to. From that, we're away on the break as well, you know. Lovely movement. Oh! And that was the moment. Scored a week ago, and Alisson with a brilliant save with his forearm is going to prevent us from winning it. Well, the Reds have had quite a tough start to the season. 3 wins in 6, now becomes 3 wins in 7. Our first draw of the campaign, but a very credible one. That man today was unbeatable. And whilst I do play the big teams on Ultimate Difficulty, we know the problems in this year's career mode. I think I might have to start giving them a slider adjustment as well. Still, 4 clean sheets in 7 games, 10 points on the board already. You know, the board have asked us to finish in mid-table this season and not just avoid relegation. That's a very tough and ambitious expectation for our first season in the Premier League, but at the moment, it's definitely achievable. And as the first of the month has just rolled around, let's take a look and see what players we've got in our academy. But before that, we've got a training injury, and Joe Lolly has suffered a torn hip flexor and is out for 6 weeks. He's missed our last 2 Premier League games due to a change of tactics, but either way, that's not good to see. As for the boys in the academy, no one really too exciting. I think Morgan Bell has the brightest future, but his overall is horrendously poor. We'll just have to scout again, I think, to get some better players. You know, I'm not against hiring a new youth scout. We definitely have the money to do that. We could get another 5-star. Not sure. I think for now we'll stick with 1. But maybe in a month or two's time we'll get another one. But I'm going to send this scout out to Scotland this time. I want to continue to focus on homegrown British and Irish talent. God, why can't you scout Wales yet? But yeah, I'm going to send it out to Scotland for 9 months. And see if we can pick up some decent talents from that country. As again, we stay close to home in our youth scouting network. So 3rd of 5 games today as we now enter October, and we're back at the City ground to take on the Hornets. Watford right now just above the relegation zone with only 1 win in their first 7 games and only 2 goals on the board as well. Against our rock solid defence, we're surely favourites, but heading into the game, I'll stick with the same 4-1-2-1-2 now and hopefully see Josh King and Ollie Watkins firing the goals once again. Watford at home, third of 5 games. I've got to target a win here. Come on, Forest. That's yours, Mason. That's yours, Mason. Yes, comes flying out of position to win that. And now we shall build from that as well, with Sam Bissau playing a lovely ball to Bukayo Saka. And Watkins is in the middle, just couldn't find him. I can't see... Oh, well done, Saka. I can't see Watford scoring today. All we've got to do is get one, and I think that will be enough, as Watkins couldn't get away. Isaac success. Crossing. Mason deals with it very well. Good start to the game for the Rock. As Watkins flicks on. Now a chance here for our speedy strike duo to break, but there's no one supporting them. So we'll slow it down, and I'll build instead patiently. King. Watkins. This should be 1-0. And it is. Tough start to the season for him, but last year's Championship Golden Boot winner is now arriving in the Premier League. Third goal of the season, 1-0 Forest. I'm really liking this strike duo as well of Josh King and Watkins. They're both speedy and they've both got an end product as well. The number 24 sent forward, 1-1 with Dalberg, keeps his composure and drills it into the bottom corner. 1-0. I really like the groundwork we're laying here at the City ground as well. You know, we've got a really strong defence, a very quick attack. The midfield is very nicely balanced as well. There's good senior players as Samba makes a great save, but an abundance of young talent too. I just like how this team's shaping up. It's our debut year in the Premier League, but we already show so much promise as the cross comes in, and Samba is there again. And we can't forget about Samba as well. Our number 1 is so reliable. Samba so flies in, penalty. Penalty, shouldn't have done that. Little bit rash. Flew into the challenge, didn't get the ball, definite spot kick, no complaints. One of those moments where adrenaline gets the better of me really. Definite penalty, absolutely no doubt about it. And a chance for Cordoba to take it quickly and put me off, and oh, he's put himself off. He took that so quickly, I barely had time to decide I wanted to dive. Send the goalkeeper the wrong way, but misses the target. One final chance of the Hornets before half-time to find a leveller. It's Isaac's success who dinks one in, and Cordoba, well, he might have missed from 12 yards. He's not going to miss from 6. Gets in behind Mason, drills it in the volley. It's 1-1. Man, that is so frustrating. Second worst scoring team in the division against our really tight defence. That shouldn't have happened. It's okay, it's alright. Got a whole half to play. I fancy our chance of getting back in front at some point, but at the moment, Watford, despite their poor record in front of goal this season, have really turned up today. To me though, that's just FIFA career mode in a nutshell this year. Expect the unexpected, because it always seems to happen in this instalment of FIFA as Watkins outpaces Dawson down the right hand side, and that's got to be a penalty. Got to be. Thank you very much, referee. No doubt about it. Craig Dawson flew into that challenge there, got nothing on the ball, and it's a certain penalty. Second one given today. Both have been the correct call though, and a chance for Ollie Watkins to get goal number 4. We saw one missed at this end in the first half. I'm going to go to the right hand side. It's our top scorer, and it's saved. Unbelievable. Put your money on Watkins, our top scorer, to score from 12 yards, wouldn't you? Won it, takes it, misses it. And we're still tied with 20 minutes to go. This might be back-to-back draws, you know. 12 minutes to go. Can we find a late winning goal? King to Watkins, the speedy duo. King. Oh! So would have been through. How many times do we see a last-ditch interception made by our opponents? And now it's Sarr in behind Worrell, and the Hornets could win it. What a block by Watson, and Samba gets it away. One late chance. Matty to Samba. Oh, hurdled his man. Brilliant. So, oh, fluffed his lines. Ah, what a frustrating draw. That should have been a return to winning ways. Had the chances, just didn't take them. Goals continue to be a bit of a problem for us this season. Josh King's looked good. Watkins has 4, but ultimately, we're just not burying enough of our opportunities. I'm not delirious. There are far better teams in this division than us, and I don't feel we've got what it takes to finish in a Europa League place this season, but there is an outside possibility. But if we're going to do that, we've got to win those sort of games. Draws aren't going to cut it. Which is why, as we head into our 4th of 5 games today, I'm targeting a return to winning ways with a big opportunity here against Southampton, who have lost their first 8 games in the Premier League and sit rock bottom of the table. After back-to-back draws, we need to return to winning ways here and pick up a big 3 points. Come on, Nottingham Forest. We've got to get the victory here. JWP back at Southampton after all these years today. I'm sure it'll be emotional for him. But also Marco van den Berg scored in our EFL Cup game, and I'm rewarding him with a start today in the cam role. Can the 16-year-old do it again? As you know, in FIFA Career Mode, these are often the most difficult games to win. But after none in our last two, I'm accepting nothing other than the 3 points today as Travis finds King and Josh steps inside. And there is Lewis Travis for his first goal in the Premier League. Kisses the post on its way in. Travis is off the mark. It's 1-0 Forest. Lewis Travis is one of our unsung heroes in this team, like Matty Cash. You know, he doesn't always get involved in the goals or the assists, doesn't have too many highlight-worthy moments, if you will, but his energy and his work ethic is infectious. Never stops running all game long, perfect box-to-box midfielder, and occasionally pops up with a goal or an assist. Saka to Marco, who chests it on to Travis, and he'll have a go from range there. Why not? And that's not too far over the bar, you know. Not too far over. Best player on the pitch so far, Kirk for the Saints. Shut down by who else but Lewis Travis. Best player on the pitch so far, not even close. Oh, Mason, that's yours every single day of the week. Well done. And now So to Ward-Prowse. Oh, JWP! Worth a go. Worth a go. Second half begins. Still the lead is 1. The Saints have had quite a few shots today, but I don't recall Samba being tested yet. Still the lead is 1, but until we get a second, I'm not going to feel comfortable. Yunus Belanda for the Saints, down the left-hand side, shut down by Samba. So he is so bloody good, man. I'll tell you, if you're looking for a defensive midfielder in career mode, I know you might be put off by his age, but trust me, he is so brilliant. He wins possession back for us so many times, starts so many attacks. Matty Cash should have made it 2. Jan Bednarek with a block. Well, it's what our game is built on, and we've done it once again. Nottingham Forest back to winning ways, courtesy of yet another clean sheet. I like what I've seen from Watkins and King as a duo early on, but I said it a couple episodes ago, if we're going to do anything special this season, it's all about the defence. And for our 5th and final game of today's episode, we come back home but aim to make it back-to-back victories as we take on Leicester City. Right now, just 2 wins in their first 9 games for Brendan Rodgers' side, but with a superb team, this won't be an easy match for us. Regardless, I want to keep the undefeated streak going and get another big 3 points here that could move us in to 7th or 6th. Come on, Nottingham Forest, let's keep on dreaming. 2 East Midlands derbies in 4 days. These Nottingham Forest fans will have one hell of a week if we win both of the clashes. So, to James Ward-Prowse, and out wide is Matty Cash, and he'll find him. And his cross is a dangerous one, and Kasper Schmeichel had to read it well. Off his line, Sam will try and lob him, and it's not too far wide. I think it might well have rippled the side of the net. We're going to go at Leicester today. We're in better form right now, we're looking the better team, and I want these back-to-back wins, man. I want to show everyone in the Premier League we're a team on the rise, we're here to stay, and we're going places. Marco wins it back and finds Tyrese Campbell starting today for the first time in the Premier League, and here is Van den Berg, who's beaten his man and fed it through, and there's Campbell, who just couldn't take his chance, and still couldn't take his chance, couldn't get the ball out of his feet. Ball through to Yuri Tielemans, watch the through ball, and Watson blocks another shot for the 2nd time today. Oh God! And Albrighton, as I was trying to pass out from the back, has found a bit of space, and Worrell blocks that shot, and we get it away. Bit unconvincing when playing out from the back, but once again you see our strength this season. Defensively, we are unbeatable. Maybe I should work on my composure when playing out from the back though. Definitely got away with that one. But either way, still 0-0. And again, you know, if we are to finish in a top 10 position, and maybe, just maybe, in the top 7 as well, it will be due to our defence. Mason and the boys at the back, they've started off this Premier League campaign nothing short of sublime. Again, we're going to be tested from a corner here. Yuri Tielemans, the Belgian, to take. In he goes, and So gets up, as does Travis. And it might drop to Campbell for a chance for a break here as well. It's So. Oh, it'll come back to him. And Campbell denied by Kasper Schmeichel. I would take our defence over any other in the Premier League right now. They've just got such a great understanding and chemistry with one another. Matty and Bakayo as the fullbacks, Mason and Joe as the centre-backs, who have got such a great partnership. And then Samba to bail us out when required as well. Where's the weak spot? That's your Saka, that's your Saka, well done. Good header. And Campbell's won it. And there's Saka! Oh! Should have been his first for the club. Make no mistake, we will end up with one of the best defensive records in the division after 38 games, but goals remain the problem. Just can't score enough. Thought we were the better team. Fox has had more of the ball. Again, we created some good chances, but we're just lacking that finishing touch. But one thing we're not lacking is solid defending. Mason Watson and the boys once again pick up yet another clean sheet. We've got more than anyone else in the Premier League, and for a newly promoted side to be able to say that, that's impressive. Focus on the positives. And that will end today's episode of the Lockdown Career Mode as well, guys. So a massive thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for next episode featuring another 5 games very soon.